Okay, we're back for another week with Genesio Hammertime Pachoco.
Yeah, Pachaco.
Pachaco. And we got Hammertime's niece Angela here.
Hello.
So, anyways, let's ask. Well, this week we're going to discuss gas prices, but before we do that, just a quick question. Is Lou Turco NDP?
To my knowledge, I don't think so.
No. Well, he's got the orange and black signs.
Yeah, I noticed that the red, certain parts of the town, then orange, certain part of the town, and the blue. So I think that's up to Lou to explain to his voters.
Oh, okay. But to your knowledge, he's not NDP.
I don't think so. If he has, and I don't know about it. The best thing to do is to ask him about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want to say about gas prices?
Well, I think we live in a country that has God's blessed us with natural resources, and we should use it for the benefit of the greater good of the public. And they say that we have more oil than the Middle East kind of thing, and we should use that to our best, to the people kind of thing, and we should bring in nationalization of oil and gas, because it's for the greater good, because it does two things. Keeps the prices down, which gives people a disposable income, and at the same time it keeps consumer goods prices down, and it helps businesses, and that's a win-win NDP trademark.
Well, why not just go with the Green Party proposal, which is produce goods locally?
That too, but there's certain things in the economy that should be run by the government for the greater good of the people from coast to coast to coast.
But given the environment, given global warming, given the hole in the ozone layer, I mean, doesn't it take a lot of gas to run goods back and forth?
But I trust people. I trust people in the sense that if the government says, gas prices are down, yes, but people can say, you know what, I'm not going to drive as much, because I think people can walk and chew gum. So I believe that...
Well, why not encourage them to walk and chew gum, or even ride a bicycle rather than lower gas prices?
Walk and chew gum, talk on the phone, and ride a bike, because we're very, I think, educated people, and I think we can multitask. And the thing is, I believe that NDP Tony Martin, he's in the halls of power right now, and I think he can bring in a private member's bill into the House of Commons. And seeing that we have a minority government right now, it's the best opportunity to bring it in. So work with the Bloc, work with some of the Liberals that are left-leaning kind of thing, and let the chips fall where they may. So Tony can do it. It's just he has to have the political will. Okay.
How many Conservatives were elected in Alberta?
I think, you correct me if I'm, I think 26 out of 26.
Okay. How many NDPers were elected in Saskatchewan, the home of Tommy Douglas?
I don't think none.
Okay. And I mean, so how would you go about nationalizing oil if you don't have any NDP representation?
But we have a minority parliament. That's the thing, because the opposition can work together, because I know the Bloc has brought motions in the last parliament and this parliament about the gas gouging, and they had full-day motion debates in the House of Commons.
But isn't the Bloc separatist?
Well, I understand that, but in the interim, they're in the House to work for Canadian people, and at the
Canadians.
Same time,
well, if they're here to work for Canadians, why are they working? Why don't they run candidates in Canada?
Then you have to ask Mr. Dusapta, because I can't speak to him. But I can say Léger did a poll, and I believe it's 50 or 49%, and in Quebec, 2/3 are they're okay with nationalization.
Sure, but are the Bloc working for? Are they working for Canadians or for Quebecers?
At this moment, they're in the House of Commons, and they're speaking about economic issues that are important to people, like economic justice and social justice, and that's what matters at this point. The other stuff, when they cross that bridge on constitutional stuff, that they can...
Yeah. How can they speak for Canadians when they don't have any seats outside of Quebec?
No, I understand that, but we're in a minority position where we can make bills that are important to people, like economic and social justice, because the two are not mutually exclusive. They go hand in hand.
Well, I guess what I'm wondering is, what would Albertans think of such a
We're
bill?
Canadians, and we got to work together, and we're citizens of a whole country, and our natural resources belong to people, not Shell or Chevron or Texaco.
Yeah, but prior to the last federal election, Alberta separatism was on an increase, and it was the in fact, it was probably the highest sentiment that you'd seen since they elected members.
See, I don't know too much about the political scene, to be honest with you, because I'm in Ontario.
Okay. But how would you nationalize gas if Alberta says, that's it, screw this, we're going to join the States?
I'm not going to respond to that because that's a hypothetical. When we cross that bridge, then I'll worry about it. But
Well, wouldn't it at least be a concern?
No, because it's hypothetical, and I don't go into hypotheticals.
Okay. Now, I think one report said that something like 40 to 50% of Albertans would seriously consider separation. This was before the Stephen Harper one. So how hypothetical is half the Alberta population?
Like I said, I don't know too much about the issue at hand, kind of thing, because that's hypothetical. It's abstract, but we can deal with things that we can deal with right now, which is.
But right now, I mean, your proposed
the reality
bill.
Is we have a minority.
Yeah.
This is the best time to do it, and not, God forbid, we get a Harper majority, then we can just forget about it, because even Jack Lane said, now we have a minority, let's take the opportunity to bring in progressive, economic, and social justice issues.
Okay. Now, you said you didn't want to discuss hypothetical situations, right?
It depends what you're asking me, Pete, so go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, you said you don't want to discuss Alberta separation because you say it's a hypothetical situation.
You know what, I'm not there. I'm concerned about the real issues that are affecting people, especially in the Sioux.
Yeah.
Gas prices are 75 cents a gallon more than Toronto, and there's no reason for that. It's just corporate greed. And Tony knows about it.
Okay.
He's a socialist. And he's been a socialist.
But I mean, isn't your proposed private members bill a hypothetical situation?
No, it can be done because we're in a minority.
But so can Alberta separation.
Yeah, now you want to talk about two different issues.
Well,
we can have another debate on that on another day. We're on gas prices, which you stated that we were going to talk about.
Well, I thought we're going to talk about the nationalization of gas.
Yes,
I mean,
and we're on track.
Where does most of the gas in Canada come from?
Oh, I believe in Alberta and the tar sands.
Okay.
And out in the east, I believe, in Burnie, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong with the name.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, people deserve economic justice, which leaves disposable income in people's pocket, which equals to social justice, because the two are not they're not what you call the word mutual excluded. So,
Okay. Now, one question you've been asked is, you're aware that under the Canadian Constitution, natural resources are a provincial matter?
No, it's a federal matter, and it can be done. And natural resources belong to the people of Canada. That's why they have a Ministry of Natural Resources in the cabinet. So it's the political will. Harper has a choice. He can side with his Bay Street buddies and their big oil pals, or he can do it right for the whole country, for the people. Hold on. Finish, Pete?
Yeah.
Because government is of the people, by the people, for the people, not of the corporations, by the corporations, for the corporations.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's my take on this. And if people want action, please go to call Tony Martin at 941-2900. Or you can call him at 1-866-525-255 or www.ndp.ca, or even better, go visit him at 369 Queen Street East, Suite 100. It's right beside the Canadian or call center kind of thing.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.